Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 20, Week 5. It's the last game this week, and I just had to watch Mega's defense, so I'm pooped. With me here is the Mighty Midget.
Hello.
Not just a Mega's defense, but the absolute most fun type of game to watch as a caster, which is the Mega's defense, where you hold out for over 10 minutes and then you lose the game anyway. That's always awesome.
Radiant team ban.
Those always make me really happy. Picking up the techies here, or banning out the techies here. Again, very afraid of that Gotham
10
techies.
seconds remaining.
Oh yeah, it is Gotham
5
Techies.
seconds
Yeah, that
remaining.
makes sense. That ban makes so much sense now.
Gotham
I
is picking
forgot.
heroes for this team. I just noticed that.
Okay. Was it GRaff last game or was it Gotham?
I believe it was GRaff.
Oh, they
Quick,
changed it.
suspiciously don't talk to me for like a minute so I can not shove food into my mouth
Radiant
quickly.
team ban.
Shaman ban, definitely a problem last game. Do they give
10 seconds
some of the
remaining.
same bans? Let's see.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Ringmaster ban. So these are PTSD bans.
Radiant team ban.
Let's see, Abaddon ban. Go, go, go.
Radiant team ban.
Dawnbreaker ban. Okay, that makes sense. Heron Dawnbreaker is pretty legit.
Dire team ban.
Kunkka ban, that also makes sense. Especially in a Kunkka patch, you don't give Hero in his Kunkka.
That's what I
Axe
was
ban.
saying about Shard.
Radiant team pick.
Lad of lads.
I'm back. I mean, I never left. No
Okay.
Dazzle ban,
10
that's true.
seconds remaining.
Whimsical Dragon, Dazzle first pick.
Yeah.
5
Great.
seconds remaining.
I don't know if it's necessarily a first phase PV right now, but hey, they let it through.
Yeah. Dazzle is one of those heroes, he's just
Dire
very
team
difficult. It's very difficult to play against in the hands of specialists, you know?
It's true. Like the AA has a response
Dire
to it, though.
team ban.
Yeah.
Solid pick right now in general.
Yeah.
Saw a very neat little strategy from the Ransoms lineup this week. So I definitely would like to see AA paired with a nice high alpha damage fellow support.
10 seconds
We saw a
remaining.
AA and Hoodwink combo this week, and it was
5
like
seconds remaining.
after like 5 minutes, they just kind of broke formation and lane phase. Not like 5 minutes,
Mhm.
but once they got level 6, they just kind of broke formation and lane phase, and just started walking around nuking the cores as just a duo,
Mhm.
and it was very very scary looking. So
Yeah.
want to see play like that happening.
I'm a big fan of AA Willow, personally, for no
Well, we
biased
know
reasons
why.
at all. No biased reasons at all.
Radiant
That's a
team
completely
ban.
objective opinion, you know?
That's that has nothing to do with how you simp for Willow.
No.
Trust me, I've seen
That's
your
fake news.
OnlyFans history. I've seen you subscribe to Willow 99 on OnlyFans.
Okay, I don't know what any of those words mean, but
10
whatever, I
seconds
guess.
remaining.
That's true. OnlyFans is a very obscure
5
website.
seconds remaining.
Not OnlyFans, but Willow 99. What does Willow 99 mean?
That's their account. That's Dark Willow's account on OnlyFans.
Oh, I see.
Radiant team pick.
I see.
That is just like straight. You picked this, we banned that type bans from the rating. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, with 3 bans
Me
gone,
neither.
they're gonna have to change their game plan up here. Really,
10
like,
seconds remaining.
do these things make a team? Do
5
these things
seconds
counter what you're
remaining.
picking? I think that's hard to say yes to in any capacity.
OD a little bit, right? Like you can just astral the person who's graved and they die when they come out.
There we go. How do I know Dark Willow's OnlyFans account? Because I saw Midget screen sharing once.
Oh.
Dire team pick.
He's also subscribed to Wyvern, which that's pretty weird.
Yeah. That's not weird. Wyvern
Oh
is
yeah,
pretty
yeah. You know what? You're
100%
right.
normal. Wyvern is
Wait.
100%. Have you heard her talk?
Oh my
What are you
god.
talking about?
Oh my god. You're subscribed to Wyvern. There's a dragon in chat. Whimsical dragon, hide your mom. Quick. Hey, Furion. I hate to see that Furion. It felt like it was just nothing happening last game. Very good rotations
Oh.
very early on. After 8 minutes, 0 impact.
Mhm.
It doesn't really match that well with the AA. I mean, you can follow the AA ult, but you don't do that much damage as a support
No.
Furion,
Yeah.
so you can like
10
follow it to
seconds
do a
remaining.
little more damage if that's what you need, but not much.
5 seconds.
I like the
if-
Ember Spirit pickup here.
Yeah. Little early, but Ember is just in that place right now where it's very good. So you can get away with getting an Ember early. I don't know if GRaff plays co-op, but co-op would be
Radiant
pretty
team
good.
pick.
And they're gonna take
Venge,
the
they
VS
snagged
this
this
time.
Venge.
Yep.
Nice.
I think it's I think even if it's a bad lane matchup for Ember Spirit, he literally doesn't care about either of these supports at all. Which
Yeah.
is a huge boom for Ember Spirit. He really
10 seconds
like
remaining.
the thing with Ember Spirit is that you really want to fight early, and sometimes you can't. Sometimes you gotta
5
farm for
seconds
like a
remaining.
20-minute item to come out and fight. Until then, your team just kind of has to like give ground. Like I guess you can
Yeah.
fight at that point, but it has to be super favorable matches. You're gonna have that in some games. This is not going to be one of those games. You don't care about the Furion literally at all. You don't really care about the AA either. You're not going to have the gank parade like you did last game come on your head. So you can have this guy out early in fights. Even if the quad matchup is bad for him in lane, you can have him
Yeah.
out early in fights. You've got great steroids in the form of the Dazzle Vengeful Spirit to help him along. Like the pick.
Yeah.
Like it a lot.
You could
Radiant
switch this
team
Prophet
pick.
to core and still
At your
have.
service.
I guess that's what that is, right? That's a support Venge, a support Wind Ranger, right?
Most likely.
So the Prophet is going core. I don't like this showing that Prophet is going this core
10 seconds
this early
remaining.
as a little because Prophet as a hero is very exploitable
Templar
on any
assassin.
position. TA,
Okay.
okay, that's one of the strongest carries this patch if people can play it.
I think we've seen this hero in LD2L a few times. We've seen it go pretty good. We've seen it go catastrophically
10
bad.
seconds
It's
remaining.
definitely one of those ones that's going to need a lot of comfort. If you're not,
5 seconds
if you
remaining.
didn't play TA before this patch, it's probably too late to start. That's the level of comfort you need to make that work.
Yeah. I mean, this is the best time to start, but not in
True.
tournament, you know?
I like, yeah,
In
that's
Dota.
true. That's true. I like everything. Like the Ember Spirit game is just getting better as time goes on. Doesn't really matter if that's a core Windrunner or a core Prophet, because I feel like both of those are going to be really sad into the combination of VES and the Ember Spirit. Like,
Mhm.
either of those guys should be having a bad game, reasonably, I think.
Yeah.
Thinking about it. Thinking. Very awesome looking VS game, though.
Dire team
Yeah.
ban.
Veno would be a good
Weaver.
Weaver. Oh my god. Okay, is this support Weaver core Venge or support Venge core Weaver?
I don't
Both of those things work very well in the same lane. Either way. Too much negative armor. You just
Radiant team ban.
kill heroes over and over.
Interesting that they're banning out the Wraith King. I assume that's a 3 Wraith King. None of these heroes can even think about playing Pos 3. It's definitely Ladalez getting the last pick here. But
Yeah.
I mean, at
10
least
seconds
if there
remaining.
is a god watching over the world, Ladalez is not going to try and
5
run like,
seconds remaining.
I don't know, Pos 3 AA or something.
Nah. I think Lad of Lads is pretty good on his Abaddon, and I think it's fine to pick him early on Abaddon.
I think
Abaddon
it's
is
fine to
just one
pick
of the
here
heroes.
if they don't get rid of it. It's a decent looking bad in game. The swap is kind of rough, but the swap is rough for everyone. If you overthink that swap, you're gonna be in pain.
Yeah.
3s on both teams, yeah. No matter what happens, you've definitely got your 1, 2, 4, and 5 on the board. Both teams, I think. If you don't, you're losing it. Like if anybody I'm looking at right now is pause 3, either of these teams,
10
you guys are
seconds remaining.
up the creek.
5
You know what would be
seconds
nasty here? To
What would
get
be nasty
Undying.
here?
If they get
Dire team
Undying on Heroine, this looks so bad for the Radiant.
Yeah, because it's not like they're gonna be. I guess they have Viper, but it's a pretty bad Viper game in all other respects.
Yeah.
It's not really any
10
3
seconds
heroes that
remaining.
particularly hit the tombstone, and none of these guys really do it either. I guess
5
cumulatively
seconds
they all
remaining.
kind of can. Like, all these guys can deliver like 1 to 2 hits a fight to the tombstone and knock it down, but like, you
Yeah.
don't want to be doing that as Furion, you definitely don't want to be doing that as AA. You have much better things to be hitting as Windrunner. TA has the best shot at the tombstone, but only if it's in a good position. If you're not getting like side blades off the tombstone, you don't want to be hitting it either. So,
Yep.
somebody is going to be wasting their time. You can get rid of the tombstone, but somebody is going to be wasting their time to do it.
Yeah. And like the Dazzle is gonna be machine
10
gunning you
seconds remaining.
down all
Yeah.
during that time. So you have a difficult
5
choice.
seconds remaining.
It's just a difficult. It's gonna be a rough lane if they're Undying here, or something like that.
Radiant team pick.
The answer is Tidehunter.
Tide Hunter. They went the
Eh.
safer route.
Yeah. Low risk, but low reward. This isn't exactly the dream Tide game, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravage is going to be nice as a way to tee up situations
10
for the Ember
seconds
Spirit,
remaining.
and it's going to be nice, especially if it's a core Windrunner, to be able to put
5
the anchor on
seconds
her.
remaining.
He doesn't really match that well into TA. He doesn't really match well into any of these guys. He doesn't match, like, terribly. This isn't, like, tied into Ursa or anything. But, like,
Yeah.
doesn't really match that well into any of these guys.
Huskar.
That's spicy. That is spicy. That's gonna be the lads here, I'm guessing. Oh, what?
GRaff hero. That's a mid.
What?
So
Are
that's
they
an
gonna
offlane Wind Ranger.
Are they gonna swap lanes, or are you gonna make
Oh
them
my.
cry?
Okay, that makes sense. So they wanted the better matchup. So this is gonna be a pretty miserable Ember game. At least the lane.
That's true. The downside is that they have pause 3 Windrunner. So you're gonna win that lane and then lose the game because you have pause 3 Windrunner. They have Weaver on the pause 1. I think I actually would have liked to see the other way around this time. I think I definitely, with the Huskar, I think I would have rather seen the Core VS, I think. Oh well, what can you do?
Yeah.
Even with all that, I still prefer the Dire's lineup because they don't have pause 3 Windrunner. I mean, that's like, that is whack. Unless there's something crazy that has happened with Windrunner that I have not seen that is going to be news to me, that is like, you're just going to get run over. It's a bad lane for it too. The Weaver, the VS, they don't care
Yeah.
about your escape. Like, you're going to get run over here. This is going to suck ass.
Yeah. I think
Huskar
it's the
1v9ing is the way they win this game. That's it.
it's a difficult game for Huskar to 1v9. Like outside of Ember, he has no good targets.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can find Dazzle, then that's a mistake on Dazzle, right? And same with Venge. You shouldn't
Yeah.
be allowed to find them, and then the other two you
Prepare
don't want
for
to go
battle.
on them.
I mean, it's not like an unplayable TA game. That's the good news. Just gonna be rough because she's gonna want to farm to at least some degree, but that's gonna be hard. You have a pause 3 Windrunner. It just feels so bad. It really feels like this is just throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Like, you knew the mid matchup was gonna be bad. You knew this looked like a good Ember Spirit game. You stopped a good Ember Spirit game, but boy, at what cost? Boy, at what cost? I mean, maybe this is gonna own, and I'm gonna be eating crow at the end of this game, but it's hard to see that world.
Another life squandered.
Another life has been squandered. Or maybe it is just gonna be a Huskar 1v9, you never know.
Okay.
30 seconds to battle.
Chat got real quiet.
Because you were cutting off, so I didn't want to say anything.
Midget got real quiet, like literally real quiet. It sounds like you're 10 miles away.
Yeah, I was not talking because you were cutting off during that section. So
I was
I
just loading
just
into a game. That
Mm.
The
happens.
battle begins.
Everyone went to Willow's OnlyFans. God damn it. I shouldn't have brought it up. I knew that was gonna happen. Hey, I don't know. I would be really. This isn't like. I hate to say a phrase like this because it's gonna be, huh?
Mhm.
Oh, he was in the wrong. Okay, he's on the Dire. Okay, I was like, what? He's swapping with somebody? No, that's just him going to the actual lane he's supposed to be in. Oh, two squishy guys laning against Weaver VS is just so hard. No, Weaver Dazzle actually. Never mind. It's even worse. I've been talking about the Weaver VS this whole lane, but I hate this more.
Yeah, Dazzle is a stronger laner for sure.
This is gonna hide.
Oh my god, it's denying everything. Give them something, my man.
Nobody's denying everything. There are only 3 denies in the whole game. There's 3 denies in the whole game compared to 12, 13, 14, 15 last hits, you know?
Mm.
Oh, Gotham, he's dead. First Blood is kind of a
Blood?
trade. This is
Does
bad.
Blood die here?
Okay, rest in peace.
Double kill for lads. Nice.
So how does that math work out then? See that fight recap maybe? See the fight recap? Fight recap. Come on now. Don't be shy. This guy's actually getting kind of messed up here. I'll say it's probably beneficial to the Radiant because they're in the lead right now.
Mhm.
Oh, so low. Oh, that was great. Watkins ate the tango to give the vision, and then Heroin just spit on the guy. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I guess in lane he's gonna have. I mean, Anchor Smash into the TA is not gonna mean anything in the long run, but in lane, you know, sometimes she's gonna be in the meld without the shield up, and he can hit her there for free. There's that.
It should reduce her damage, no? If you anchor smash.
Yeah, it
even
will.
through
It's
thing?
just if
Yeah.
if that's the case, early on you're gonna be doing it defensively. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna care that much about list damage. A little hairy,
Oh my god,
Okay,
a
what
lot of
is
lads
this
is
nonsense?
owning. Oh, they just chased each other.
That's so sad. He just got bit once by a bird. He walked so long to get him.
Mhm.
That's another, well, nominal upside for the rating, except now the Windrunner is walking home and Weaver is about to get a whole
Yeah.
level for free.
Yeah.
Would have been awesome if the Windrunner didn't come so close to Death Shade to do this.
Yeah. Depends on how many creeps she loses. She's losing 2 range creeps and a wave. Yeah, that's kind of that's like very low for her.
Getting rid of the VS here.
Oh, there's a rotation bot.
You're right.
Profit.
It's Furion. He's here to lob shells at the Tidehunter.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It was going much better for the Radiant the last game was at this point. Had some cool
Yeah.
rotations on the Radiant, but it was mostly bad news. Whereas this time, the Dire's safe lane, the Heroin's safe lane is like
under
pretty
attack.
much neutral. Okay, this might change a little bit, but pretty much neutral just from the kills getting traded.
Yeah.
That did tip it.
So, that is one of those points where my carry gets a bit angry at me for making that play, because there's a whole wave you have to miss to kill that Prophet, and that is generally not worth it, even if you get the kill, you know.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I just generally run at them, and my carry's like, that's not worth it. So that's one of those things which was a good kill on Prophet, but the trade ends up being evenish.
The Randy rule is that every kill is about 7 last hits. So. Of course, he's been saying that for many years, and the early game kill bounties have changed many times, but so keep that in mind. This is not a worthwhile investment for the TA, especially she ends up dying because of this. Okay, now she had a full one, basically. She's okay. This is a bad game for last hits. If you love last hits, you'll hate this. Nobody's getting all that many. All those ones are starting to catch up. The off lanes and the Ember Spirit are, like, gone. Even GRaff, who has got a pretty big, like, matchup advantage here, is not up by that much. He's only 2 above the Weaver, who's had a lot of distractions in this lane, to say the least. At least he's got 12 denies. He just does not want the Ember to have a game. He's just purely trying to, like, knock out the Ember at the expense of everything here.
Yep, last pick has got into Ember.
Like, he does not care if this guy walks in a lane with, like, only modest fortunes. This guy just wants the Ember must die.
Yep.
This is a great example of something I'm often saying. This is, okay, it's not going to be awesome if my 2 Karma stays a little too close to the sun here. Ember Spear in the back line. She does not have mana needed to hit her Q. She can with the wand.
You should.
She wants to just bait them to waste as much time here as possible.
Yeah. Pretty despair game for Ember so far.
Yeah, I cannot get
We'll
anything
see how he
done.
comes back.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gotham. Well, I was about to say, Gotham about to die. He is still... No, he is not going to die. He had a big wander or Lotus or something.
Dragon Man.
No, he's still going to die, actually. He just got eaten by a Weaver bug. Oscar's rotated top. Looked for the Weaver here. Uh-oh, Weaver.
Oh, he
sees
saw
that.
the creep spotted him. Unfortunate. Now that's a dead. That should be a dead. AA maybe.
No, nobody's,
I guess he doesn't
like,
know where the others
here.
are.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ember Spirit's at 6. He can start doing something at least, hopefully. Gonna drink his bottle. Dazzle's gonna drop in, say Dark Light, give out a Tango. How generous. He's skulking around here. Like Twin Gate? Yep. Furion's doing a jungle camp over here.
Yeah, giving Wind Ranger her levels. I guess.
That's true, yeah. She's getting a lot of levels right now while he's doing
Radiant's
this.
top tower is under attack.
Level 5 right now. Level 5 on the Weaver as well. Again, very, like,
Radiant's top tower
almost just ground out lanes. Nobody really won the lanes this game, it feels like. Like, everybody lost. That's what happened this game.
Yeah.
Because nominally the advantage has been the Radiant. The Radiant has been more focused on getting the Dire guys to lose their lanes than actually winning their own.
I think both sides are fairly happy with what has happened because.
Getting less and less happy with the Ember Spirit falling out.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Is this you just have
Weaver.
to accept in this matchup that you're not
Rest
gonna
in
have a
peace.
good lane.
Dire's
That was
And a
really
good game
sad. I
for
think
the-
if she was able to get the skills off faster there, he might actually die. But the cooldown was not right for that.
Yeah.
Reaver gets T1 top though. This lane is pretty much gone.
Yeah.
Look at the net worth chart here. Oof.
Searing caves.
It's the exact opposite of last game. GRaff just knew that was what the chart looked like, and he wanted to go the other way around. So he's got it.
Oh, nice dodge.
Yeah. Oh, that was a very brave use of the... Okay, Watkins...
You know, rigged standing.
have enough-
Blue Jay would
doesn't have
not be
enough
able to do
mana.
this.
Goodbye, GRaff. They needed to pull the 2 supports to get him, but get him they did. It's literally just the opposite of last game.
Yeah.
Literally just the Uno reverse card.
Yeah. Compared to last game though, every death on Huskar matters like 3 times as much
Yeah.
because he's there 1v9 thing and 1v9 what condition, and yeah, the more he falls behind, the more back into the game you are.
Yeah, he's the win condition, for sure. I mean, well, he's going to be the win condition for getting TA to become the win condition, I guess, maybe is the better way to put it. He's going to be the game until she comes online, and you just lost it.
Yep.
What is this? Whimsical Dragon, are you okay?
Oh, warding mission. Did he
This
get a
is
ward
one
at least?
hell of a mission.
I mean, that would be worth it if you at least got a ward out. I don't see any wards.
This launcher, of course. Yeah, that was just a misadventure, I think. Time wasted successfully. There we go. It's called Making Space Mission. Maybe you should look it up.
I see.
Mr. President, a second White Claw is at my desk.
What's a white claw?
That's booze.
Oh, I see. I see.
Comforting rune of regeneration.
Yay! Doesn't really know what she's walking into here. She has no mana again. She doesn't have a magic wand this time either. That's the Ravage. Ember Spirit is in, and she is gone. Okay, that's pretty good. One notable thing, I guess it's not really a reverse of the last game, because at this point last game, the Ursa, who would be on the equivalent team here, was rocking and rolling. He was like, you know, 1,000,000. He was balling. At this point in this game, TA is doing okay and just kind of had an awkward death. They're going to get the Windrunner, the Focus Fire out on the, oh no, Fury. Oh no, baby. Focus Fire out on the VS, turning around now to go on the Windrunner. Are these two idiots just gonna kill everybody? Like, is this what we're looking at here? Is this big stupid watermelon and this guy who doesn't know more than 4 words going to... What do you mean GRaff died? What? Hold on now.
GRaff died during this. That is...
What
I
happened?
think we were rotated maybe. Oh no.
Yeah, we were
rotated.
there.
We were dazzled, yeah.
Oh no,
This is a lot of
such
damage.
This is a bad... Like, later on, I don't think the Huskar is going to care that much about the Weaver. He's just so squishy that the ult and going on, I'm like... When he gets the Yags, I think he's going to be able to kill Weaver in the Yags, in the taunt, right?
Yeah.
But until that point, it's going to be horrific for him, especially with having the armor break on the Dazzle. So, yeah, that was overall a 4-for-1 trade between these two lanes. Actually, no, that was a 5-for-1 trade between these two lanes. Everybody died on the Radiant, and they got VS for all that, which is not good.
Even with Axe, they have too many saves. Like, you can
do have a
always
lot of
swap
saves
out
as well.
and Grave, and you could be A-okay.
Okay, Heroine has seen this advantage and said, well, this is too easy.
Yeah.
Hit your one, hit your one, hit your one. No!
Let's give them
They
some
had
kills,
to save! Heroine, use your wand! That's so sad. Ember Spirit. That's a smart move there by the AA. Dropping on the, where the Remnant is going rather than where the guy is going.
He didn't take the bait though.
No! Okay, good.
No.
If
That is
GRaff
illegal.
died for that, oh my god.
Yeah, that would have been illegal.
So that was bad. That was like deaths that didn't need to happen. Straight on. If the watermelon hits his magic wand, he gets swapped out and he lives. And then that's the end of that fight, I think.
Yep.
It's rather unfortunate, but what are you gonna do?
Chobro... No, Chobro is not in this game, right? It's Chan.
Got VS here. It's pretty bad looking. They have the Ravage. Ravage used. They got GRaff
that's a
again.
good, yeah.
This VS is in a horrible spot. A ult is hit. No. No. They don't have any vision. The supports are somewhere else. Oh no, baby. This is bad.
You can't sit here
Here comes the
forever.
courier. Okay,
Dead,
no.
dead.
TA gave up.
Dire's
Yeah,
Where
there's,
was the
there's
sports at?
nobody
They're just
coming.
back here chasing the AA. That is... They didn't even get the Wisdom Shrine for doing that. That's not a worthwhile use of their time. At least they're gonna get the kill. Well, this is a very interesting to watch game in that capacity because everyone is just throwing back and forth.
Yeah.
The Dire got overeager and said, "We're winning, we're invincible, baby." Then they all died. And then the Radiant said, "We're winning, we're invincible, baby," and then they all died. So the question is, who's going to say they're invincible
Radiant's
next?
bottom tower is under
Swap on the
attack.
VS. That's it. It's the only interesting skill they have on the Dire. This is kind of actually a bit scary to look at. But Radiant are going to elect not to try and defend here, which I don't know why they're not going to. Missing that Ravage is pretty big. Missing the Dazzle pretty big, but...
Okay.
Actually, when they're not really missing anything on the Radiant, all they're missing is just the Nature's Profitable. I think that would have been a good opportunity to try and go and take a fight under T1 Tower, which, I mean, that means something, right?
Yeah.
People forget, but that that little aura you have for being around a tower does mean something here. Huskar has DD. Uh-oh.
Oh, he
Uh-oh.
got caught.
Oh,
He
no,
got
no, no,
caught.
no, no. Oh, this sucks so bad! Goodbye, GRaff! Wow! Oh,
Hey, bit unlucky there.
and there goes AA.
The best hero you could find for the Dire, the worst hero to tank gank on Radiant.
Yeah. Oh, no, no, no. This is looking bad. I mean, Huskar is their 1v9 hero, and he's third place now.
Yeah, he's not getting any support from his the rest of the crew.
Yeah.
This is his timing, and
Oh, they found
don't
a
have the
massive
timing.
stack. Yeah, it's not that big of a stack, just two. Still.
Yeah.
Big stack here, which the Dire is now going to chew up. And the Dire just have to watch that happen. Ember Spirit got a lot of that money too, so they're not happy over there. TA's starting to catch up, that's something, I guess. Ember is going right-click build here, he's not going for the Magic Bomb, which I think I would agree with, generally. You want to,
Yeah.
like, kill the Huskar ever, so...
Yep.
Radiant's middle
Titan
tower
Hunter
is
just
under
got the
attack.
pretty stock build, just got Blast going into
Good
the
communication and
here.
stuff. Like they are very good.
Uh-oh. Bad news for the big stupid watermelon. Can't hold. Ult's out! Oh, no, 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 not again! They got
Oh,
him
he got
again!
saved. Does he get
Everyone's gonna
swapped as
die,
well?
but who cares?
Dire's bottom tower is under
Okay, you should care if the Weaver's in an awful spot and nobody's there for him, but...
They have no
Oh,
catch
man.
anymore. This Weaver is.
What do
pretty
you
much on the
mean
free.
blade mail on the Furion? What do you think that's gonna do, Gotham? Not my two Karma, not again. Why is my TA even here? This is hard.
yeah,
This is hard, hard, hard. I think the problem is, you were talking about he's not getting support for his team, but like, to win this game, I mean, he needs the Windrunner to be there more, but this is a pause 3 Windrunner, which she's going to do anyway. She's basically another support no matter what happens.
Yeah.
Like, the problem is like, he needs backup, but he's getting all the backup he can get. If the TA comes to back him up, especially if the TA comes to back him up and dies, it's over.
Yep.
I think the real politic isn't he needs backup from his team. The real politic is he needed to not be in this bad of a situation to begin with.
He did all he could, right? Like he won the
Yeah.
lane very hard. It's just his support duo is. I think it's fine if you have a greedy offlaner who can't join, but in that case you cannot have a do nothing support duo. You know what I mean? Like both of those supports don't do much in team fights.
Yeah, they have no early game fight. That's kind of the problem. The real politic is to not get into this situation to begin with, and the way you don't get into this situation to begin with is basically luck and hope the other team falls down. It really is.
Yeah.
Every nightmare you had about the pause 3 Windrunner and the pick phase is kind of coming true here. They're going on Heroine again. They missed the VS thing, or the TA thing. I'm going to make this crazy guess and say that I don't know if... oh no, Weaver, you're crazy, you maniac. Nobody was ready for this to happen. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Ember's in! Ember got him! Wow! Jesus Christ, this is such a bad... Well, this was a bad Ember lane. There was a time in this guy's life where he was like a support and now he's godlike. Gotham killed Law! Oh man. No, the grief swap! Don't save him! Okay, Watkins. You mad lad, why? He almost saved the goddamn Furion. Oh well, who cares? There was a time in this guy's life where this guy meant nothing, where it looked like he was just gonna be like this is gonna be a game where the Tidehunter and the Weaver were just doing everything, and he was just kind of like there to also be there. And now he's top net worth in the server. This plot to kill Chief Doggo, this assassination attempt on Chief Doggo has failed spectacularly. So that's not good. You literally just picked this guy. You picked this guy and griefed your game to like make that not happen, and then it happened. You threw your life away for him to create a scenario, and then the Dire just said no.
Yep.
You didn't even get that, and he would have been in a bad place anyway, frankly. Speaking of a bad place, that's where the Dire supports are.
It
Gotham
also
may die here,
is...
maybe? No. Oh my god, he dropped the Ravage to get 1 kill on Gotham. This guy is beyond caring.
Like, it also is that the Dire are playing better as a team. Like, they see their timings and their supports are pressing forward. Both the games, when they know they're stronger, they're just pressing forward, and the other team is just caught on different parts. So, for reference, in this game, as a Furion and AA lineup, you got out-rotated by supports. That's not a good sign if you want to look at
I mean, in fairness,
teamwork and
I
stuff.
thought the rotations and all that were good early in. The problem is that like it's almost getting to that point. It's almost getting just purely academic. Like the supports want to be rotating. They want to be more aggressive when the team has the advantage. Which to this point in this game, the team has had the advantage on these occasions, on the following occasions. And that's all the times that the Radiant have been up for the supports to take advantage of. Also, Midget was cutting out there if you did not hear that the Discord thing again. This Doggo guy cannot be allowed to keep getting away with this. He didn't even get hit by the A ult. He like baited the A ult. He fainted where he was going. And well, if you didn't like Core Windrunner before, how about Core Windrunner with a big stupid anchor on her? GRaff is dead again. This is, I think it's time to go home, right? You had a 90-minute classic, and then your next game looks like this. Go home. There was a time in Ember Spirit's life where he was 0-2.
Okay. Is it stable now? 'Cause
Maybe.
you have been for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's disk usage. I wish I could do something about that, but what can you do?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But, yeah, oh my god, still? Seriously? It really is just gonna do this every time I'm not tapped out of Dota. Every time I tap into Dota, my Discord is gonna be like, nope, can't operate right now, sorry.
Okay.
Anyway,
I do.
the thing I was saying when you were out there is, your last match was like well, it wasn't actually a 90-minute classic. It was 45, it felt like 90. But it was a Mega Creeps defense that you lost. This game looks like this. This sucks. It's time to think about next week, I think.
Yeah. This game you don't have Dusa, so it should end quicker.
Radiant's top tower.
I am gonna be honest. I don't see a way back for Radiant. You missed your timings. You're a Huskar lineup. You're TA squad. You don't have team fight.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't have pickoff.
I think if I'm being honest, the real thing to say is the Radiant never had a timing. For the Radiant to have a timing, Huskar would have to win lane harder than he did. But he was putting a lot of focus into making sure the other guy loses lane, and so he wasn't able to get that far ahead. For Radiant to have a timing, they needed to have 5 heroes. But with this guy on the map, they only ever had 4. And this isn't Lad's fault, he's a Pos 3 Windrunner. This is the fault of the guy who picked him Pos 3 Windrunner, frankly. That's his friend. Gotham is this man's friend. You know that. You played with that stack. Gotham is this guy's friend. He better be. Because if you're not my friend and you pick me Pos 3 Windrunner, I'm never speaking to you again. You're on my shit list. You ain't getting a Christmas card out of me.
I think you have to have like a bit of faith in Gotham lineups, but you also have to, you know, sometimes be like, no, this is not gonna work. He will listen, but yeah, sometimes, you know, everybody's trying
Who
to be
called
nice
it?
and sometimes what? Oh, did
Don't
somebody
tell
call
me Lad's asked for Pos 3 Windrunner. This
Oh,
guy's
is it?
gotten so stir crazy not being allowed to play Pos 1 that now he's playing Pos 3 Windrunner. Oh no.
Abaddon was an amazing pick there. I still maintain, and he's very good on Abaddon.
I think it really is just. There's probably a degree of which they were just mentally buffed it after game 1, and Lad was like, oh, Windrunner seems fun if this is true.
Yeah. He's never getting axe, so they need to find some alternatives
Yeah.
that are real offlaners, you know? Windranger is not it.
I mean, I
Omni
think the
is
real
also-
politic is maybe it's time to start thinking about the potential idea of Lads 1, Wacko 2, GRaff 3, perhaps on this team.
I would love that because GRaff, in my opinion, is the best offlaner in LD12 right now.
I'm sure there's a degree to which this is happening because GRaff doesn't like to be confined to one lane, and he probably just wants to play mid. But if they want to turn this around, I think that's a good way to do it. I think I think one thing we're really starting to see is like, Lad of Lads is a good Pos 3 on a few heroes, but this guy is still not a Pos 3 player. No matter how many seasons he keeps sticking him on here. It's not what he wants to do, it's not where his strengths are, it's not where his upside is. I think he's a much better P1 than a P3. I think when you're picking this guy P3, you are picking a worse version of the Lad of Lads.
Yeah. I think he's fine on some of his heroes, right? Like Abaddon, Tide, even Axe. His Axe is just way above the rest of his hero pool.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue, is that he has the Axe, and the Axe is solid. And the Axe, I think, will sometimes lure you into the false sense of security on him. But I think the real key issue is that, like, when he's not on the Axe, it's kind of like some of the Pos 4s have this issue where it's like, or Average Bean has this issue. When he's not on those like super comfort heroes, when he's even on those B-lister heroes, it's a different guy, and it's not the guy you want on your team comparatively. You would any day of the week you would rather have the Axe guy than the Lad's Fitlord guy, for example. I think.
Yeah.
That's kind of the problem, and that's not an issue he has with 1. I don't think. Not an issue I've seen with him there.
No, even on 1, I would rather have him on heroes like Ricky or Abaddon. The same. Like his hero pool is not gonna change much, and his playstyle is not gonna change much.
If I was seeing the Lad of Lads on Pos 1, there's at least like 3 or 4 heroes where I'm saying I would rather see that guy than the rest of his pool, and that's much better than 1. Which is really where it's at. I would rather see the Axe any day of the week compared to like the Abad, even. Like the other like the other high tier Lads heroes, frankly. I think there's that gap there. I think with Pos 1 you get much more of a pool of them, and I think that's really the key issue, is that he's just getting banned out every time. But you also, like, maybe last patch Axe is good enough that you can first phase him every single game and get away with it, but it's not really the case here.
So I played with Lads like a year ago, right? A year and a half, a year ago with Big Al.
You played on the Big Al team, yeah, season 18.
Yeah. So we ran into the similar problem where Lads would get banned out on P1 as well. I don't know if his pool has gotten bigger over time, but then we switched him to P3 and he just owned. We would just give him Abaddon, just give him Axe, and he would just own from there. Or give him P3-ish heroes on P1 and he would make the most of it, you know?
I think the key issue with him on the P1 is that he has more heroes than he thinks he has on P1 and just doesn't want to play those heroes for whatever reason.
Maybe
Like,
that.
I would
Yeah,
say,
maybe that's what it is.
like the lads heroes that I would like, that I would say really solid on P1. Kind of actually getting a little bit of a turnaround out of the base here. We got a Shiva's Guard on the Ember Spirit. I'm gonna be honest enough to say I have kind of tuned out of this game at this point. It is very overlooking.
It's kind of over. I don't think there's any. They don't have any comeback mechanic.
Radiant's top tower.
But I'd say lads is going to be able to put the work in on the Jug. Is going to be able to put the work in on the Troll Warlord if he's disciplined with it. I think he's going to be able to put the work in with the Ricky.
Yeah.
And that's 3 heroes that I would say are going to be about as competent as like his axe, right?
Yeah.
But I would comfortably say that. And I can only really say one hero on boss 3 that's there, so I think they're just going to win on that front.
Yeah.
Plus,
But
like I said, it's what he wants to do. It's what he queues as. If he's just casually queuing, right? Like, you're going to get a more practiced lads. Like, he's going out of his way to play pause 3, and when he's going out of his way to play pause 3, for the most part, he's going out of his way to play 2 heroes, the Axe and Penlord.
So I think this is a good patch for P1 players to play offlane as P1, right? Like you have.
Yeah, that's true. That's what they're doing at the pro level.
Yeah, so you can pick something like Dance, you can pick something like Tide, you can pick something
like
Abaddon,
Wraith King too.
King.
He's not like an awesome Wraith King, but he can do it.
Yeah, I mean, even this game, right? Wraith King would have been a fine pick. I think Wind Ranger...
They banned it out. They banned it out.
Oh, they banned it out. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, something like that would be like great for him. I just don't understand why they are sticking to this Wind Ranger weird offlane pool and stuff.
Good swap. Wasn't particularly nice, but it was a good swap. They're actually kind of turning the nose up on this a little bit on the Radiant at this point, but that last fight put the stop to that. 17k.
I have not seen a Weaver death in quite a while.
Yeah. And by the way, Tristan, if you think this is crazy, the Wednesday stream this week was 5.5 hours. So, over 5.5, I think actually a little closer to 6, all things considered. So.
Oh, who are you watching this week?
I don't know yet. Actually, no, I do know yet because I felt like the Tall Wolf Kyrex series was a kibosh, and the Kyrex guys are the ones who wanted to see it. I told them that whatever they were getting this week, I was watching them. Are matchups even out? Actually, I don't think they're actually out yet.
Oh, I see.
So the answer is whatever the Kyrex team is doing. I'm just doing a makeup for them this time. Ooh, swing and a miss there on the power shot. Ag's out on Ember Spirit. It's interesting, he started out with this right clicker build. He kind of went into magic instead though at the end. Just sufficiently unthreatened by the Huskar, I guess. Oh my god, he almost just dive fountain. He might still dive fountain. This is crazy! He's trying to bait him into the fountain dive and he didn't even work. They didn't even get any kills on the fountain dive, and now he's going out again. Alright, Watkins.
That's what, 3 weeks? Right?
Come on, Watkins. This should be week 6.
Okay. And there are total 8 weeks, right?
Yes. Well, there's 7 group stage, there's 3 bracket. There's not 8 weeks to lie.
I mean, 8 weeks before playoffs is what I meant.
Yeah. That's why I said I lied. It is not 8 weeks before play. Are you kidding me?
I see.
He's not even alive! Gotham Crash. He doesn't even have buyback. Just unpause when he comes back to life.
I mean, they don't know that he doesn't have buyback, right? Like if you queue, it means they know they don't have buyback, so they know to push hard.
Palm reflex. Wait! I think that's just unpause glitch, actually. That's definitely unpause glitches. It's very difficult for Weaver to get kills during a game pause, usually. There we go. Coming in crazy. My 2 Karma almost died in spawn. Ladalads did die. You psychopath!
Radiant's
And then he
middle
gets
tower
tipped.
has fallen.
And then TA dies anyway. This is the overest game that's ever happened. And GRaff calls it, and we're going home 2-0. Again, that's kind of another upset this week. Just like the Hollywood and Lotus game. Probably the opposite outcome would be what you would expect with the two teams up to this point, but especially with Blue Jay Gun. Because last week, you had big wins from Heroin, but you had big wins with Heroin that I felt like were mostly powered by Blue Jay. But this time, different story here. It definitely felt like this was... the stand-in did have a lot of impact here, make no mistake. But it did feel like Heroin himself was playing a pretty big part in it. It did feel like, especially Game 1, La was walking all over things. You had really, and Midget doesn't get to hear any of this, you really had a 3-core lineup here on the Heroin team. You're not surprised at the results? Well, you would be if you consider that these guys had only won 2 games leading up to this. Which I guess the GRaff team also has, haven't they? But the but like the GRaff team was just like barely losing to like higher ranked teams, and the Heroin team and their losses is getting like smoked out pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the it does feel like we're definitely seeing more of a build on the Knights who say GG. It feels like that comm issue that we saw with them the first couple of weeks is mostly gone now. It's mostly resolved, and that is really good. I said even back then, I felt like this could be a good team if they fix that issue, because they got good players, I think, in at least 4 of the roles. Well, I said it at 3 at the time, because I've only seen a couple of games out of Heroin before this season. That was the season he was here was the one I had off, right? But
Yeah.
I haven't seen that much of him, and I've seen none of Watkins. But I know Law is good. I've said the word underrated with this guy many times. Like even now, he's still getting pretty consistently underestimated. I think he was underestimated pretty badly by GRaff in this series. It felt like they weren't really picking around him. It felt like they were picking around the duo of Heroin and the mid, Chef Doggo, for the most part. I mean, if you want to talk about a real disrespect, they like kiboshed mid. Like they kiboshed the game, really,
Yeah.
to try and win the mid and just ignored La. And the end result is that the mid still went 16-2. La went 10-3. You know what I mean? Like it didn't work out. The plan of ignoring him did not work out. You have a very solid support on Dazzle. I think one of the best in the season, if not the best in the season on Whimsical Dragon. I think it's I think there's some competition there at the very least. There's some competition, but I think I would say, let me think. It's him or Brion. I think that's it. I think that's your real. Which isn't to say the others are bad. I think Whimsical Dragon and Brion are just very good supports.
Yeah.
I think it's coming together on the Heroin team. I think it's time for a big shakeup on the GRaff team. Did I see Tristero Undying? Yeah, he did really good in lane, and then anyway, the GRaff team. It's time to like look inward and say, what do we do? It's time to shift things up because the momentum is going against this team hard. It feels like the Maledict Plague Theory I'm watching this week could not beat the Week 1 Maledict Plague Theory. It feels like Week 1 GRaff would 2-0 this week's GRaff, if that makes sense. It's going
Yeah.
backwards. It's going in the wrong direction. And I assume part of that is just because Wacko has been out, unfortunately, often for this team. I think it's like 3 times Wacko Dubs has been gone for them. You get stood in for a lot, and that's a big part of the way they play the game, a big part of what they're drafting and thinking about. But like,
Yeah.
the drafts are coming out whack. This is a bad draft. There are no two ways about it. There was no like planning here. There was no strategy here. This was a bad draft. Simple as.
Mhm.
It's not like the Knights Who Say GG's draft is exactly award winning, but it looks like awesome compared to the Maledict Plague Theory lineup.
I think they are probably trying out stuff, is what my guess is,
Yep.
because because Gotham has been playing support Naga, which he has been looking very good on, you know. So you would rather try out different strategies, which is
Right.
fine. You're in week 5, you're up a few games, so
You've
you would rather.
I think you definitely at this point for GRaff though. I think it is time to get serious, buckle in a little bit. right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you definitely want to see, especially considering you have a week off, though I guess now you do only have a week, because I didn't record
Mm-hmm.
this until Sunday, but you have a week off. Time to rebuild, time to think about what to do. I really do think that maybe the cure for the ills is a cycling of where the roles are at. I think
Yeah.
Lads 1, Wacko 2, GRaff 3 is the better version of this team. If GRaff hates the idea of being boss 3, then Gotham can boss 3, I think, and do okay with that, and then GRaff can just take 4 or 5, depending on what Sean wants to
Mm-hmm.
do in a particular game. I know they switch a lot anyway, but um,
I mean, Gotham too is pretty good.
yeah, there you go.
You know, he
But
played good on our team when we played it. Mm.
I think maybe the role changes in order. I think that could be the shakeup the team needs. It's not going to go out of whack. The upside is
Mhm.
that this isn't like a friend stack per se, but like
Mhm.
GRaff, I think outside of maybe Lads, pretty well knows about all these people, like
Yeah.
pretty intimately. So they're not going to get like pissed at each other and start throwing things and whatever if things go wrong, like you get
Mhm.
sometimes. So, you know, I think it's time to just take the risk and just start doing the crazy things. And if you flame out, then it's like, well, the worst result you could possibly get is not really any worse than the current trajectory you're on. You have nothing to lose, so do whatever you want. That's what I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah.
Anything to add to this? I think this one's a pretty open and shut case, just a massive draft disparity.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
I guess before I go, I should also say I do like to see Law on these heroes. I think Law has a very unique play style and as an LD2L plus one that some people don't understand sometimes. It's like Law does best on like tempo, like heavy tempo. Like Law
Yep.
can play a hero that's going to be good at like 80 minutes. He's very good at like hitting creeps. He's consistently. There was a season he was number one for creep hitting. And there's like 2 or 3 seasons he's top 3. Right, the guy can hit a lot of creeps, but what he likes to do is he likes to play with tempo. He likes to play with the momentum. And seeing guys like this Weaver, seeing guys like the Earth in the last game, a lot better to see him on those things. I think that's good. Um,
Mhm.
if you or somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg today to sign up. It's too late to get into this season, but there are queues popping everywhere you look. In-houses are somehow still happening. Um, there are in-houses I just said were happening. Stand-ins always needed. All kinds of fun to be had. Go to ld2l.gg. Link to the Discord server. That's where all the action's happening. I'm very tired now after recording like 10 hours of footage for LD2 all this week and having to throw out 3 of it. So I'm going to go rest. Shoutouts to all my subscribers. You're why I can do this. See you with whatever Kyrix is doing next week.